Hello and welcome along. Today on Coldborough Park Farm Ultimate Edition, we're going to finish off planting our potatoes here. Then we are going to sell off a little bit of some of our harvest and get some spray and spray our newly planted potatoes. So without further ado, let's get going. So we'll put this down. All right, and away we go. So if you've come from the previous episode to this, don't worry, you haven't missed an episode. I have done a big chunk of this field off camera, just really to move us along a bit, because otherwise we'd have spent the whole of this episode planting potatoes as well. But I did just want to finish off the headlands at the start of this episode. So that's why we're not quite finished, we're almost there. And then I realised I need to spray this crop to get the best yield out of it. So we are going to be, we're going to go and do that, and we'll do that with the T7 as well. We also still have our combine going. I finished off the previous field that it was running on. And in fact done another one since. Here we want to leave ourselves some work on the way back. And basically we've got it doing some barley, so we're going to go and sell off. We're finishing off our the barley harvest basically, so we're going to go and sell off the rest of that. So when we get to the end of this row, I will pop back to the combine and grab what's on that, and then we'll go and tip that, because we want to load it all onto our lorry in a bit. So yeah, we'll go and do that. So we'll just get this down to the corner. There we go. And head over here. So here's our tractor. So we've got this barley field here that needs doing. It's a big slippery point there. You have to get quite a bit of speed up going through it, and then this is quite a climb in this hill. It's interesting the difference the dirt control mod makes on this. There we go. So we'll leave that to fill up. There we go. So lift this, and we want to get it so it's lined up for our headlands. Like so. And then we'll start our headland bits down here. Now we've got to stay out of this hole, this mud hole at the bottom here. I want to steer well clear of it. We don't want to go get the tractor stuck down there again. We do still have the T7 220 down here with the tow chain if it happens. But what we're going to do is we are going to stay out of the mud hole. That is the plan. And I know I said that last time. Turn towards the end, so we stay well clear. Lift this up, because the trouble is, if you get too close, the tractor will just slide into it. And of course, so will the harvester, so... There we go. Managed to keep out of the mud hole. Excellent. Now we need to go and tip the barley that our carting tractor has got, because he has a full trailer. and it's blocking the combine actually. So when we get back to this corner, we'll go and move that and go and tip that, and then we will just do this last outer bit of the field before we jump in our lorry and go and sell the barley that we collected, which isn't going to be a full trailer's worth, but I don't think we have any more barley to harvest. So whereas the canola I know I have more of that. So how we've only got 13% of our potatoes left. Hopefully we've got enough. Right, so let's get the tractor out of the way. Oh, maybe not. Have to go around the field. We'll do an in-cab drive. I really do like this tractor. I wish it got dirty, but otherwise, fantastic. I love it. It's accurate enough to bring back memories, and that's part of the reason why I love this game. And part of the reason why I'm looking forward to FS17, because it looks nicer. It looks a bit more detailed. Also why I'm looking forward to cattle and crops, because I think that's gonna, oh yeah, just made it, because I think that's gonna really sort of scratch an itch with my interest in the realism of the whole thing. There seems to be a focus on farm management in it as well, which I find really intriguing, because it's something that you know, using Courseplay and using and you know, getting the combine to go and do stuff while we're over here planting it. Farm management is something that kind of can touch on in farming simulator, but it's never quite full on. You know, you're not naming you don't have names for your workers and things like that. It's pretty, because you can tell some of them they're complete idiots. We want 3 goes on this. Hopefully we have enough potatoes to plant to the corner here, and we can fill up a little bit. We are in minus figures at the moment, which is part of the reason why we need to go and sell before we get some more, before we get our spray, or before we get our fertilizer. The top of this field is almost, so maybe that's a good way to plant this field in future. Yeah, cross it like this. So we will restart at this part. Oh, and we have just hit 0%. Right. Can I get around the corner? Yes, just. Right, we don't want to do full. We only want about 20% maybe, which will save on the money. So we'll get about 20%, and that should hopefully be enough. There we go. Oh, it was nearly exactly 800. There we are. Yeah, we ran out just before the end then. That's alright. So we'll get going again. Match that bit that we missed. And then we only got one more bit to come back. So we want 10% when we're left at the other end. It's going to be close. I'm not overly worried if we don't quite have enough. Simply because on a potato field you do get a patch done properly. You get a patch at the corner that doesn't get done, where you have turning around and things like that. So it would be realistic to not have the whole field completely done. There we go. A bit. There we go. Right, so this is our last run. We have 13%, so we have plenty to get back. Although it is going down a little bit faster on the way back, so because I think we're doing slightly wider. But we should have enough to finish the field, which is excellent. 10%. So we will leave this planter on the corner here, or in the barn here. So yeah, we're fine. Come out a bit. Right, there we are. To reposition slightly, otherwise we won't get out of this gateway. So 6%, that's not bad at all. Right, so we want to park this up out of the way. So I think we will just hop into this field here. Reverse up here. Drop that off there. Perfect. So now we're going to head back and get our sprayer. This is a really rough road. There we go. Van coming that way, nothing coming the other way, so if we're clear... Oh, he whacked us. Yeah, good, we're clear. Off we go. So we did all the spraying, of course, last time with the 8340. Unfortunately, it wasn't doing very well with the sprayer. So we will use the blue power for it this time. I think we're going to be using the blue power a fair amount because I'm going to use it. I think I'll probably use it next episode to try and do the mowing. Because we're going to do our hay next episode. So clear. So we'll do our hay next episode. And get that cleared up quickly, and then hopefully by the time we've completed the hay we should be moving on to our potato harvest, and hopefully we'll have sold enough stuff. Otherwise we're going to have to hire the potato harvester, I think, which I don't want to do. I'd really prefer to buy it. And of course, I plan pretty much to use, well, I might use the 8340 for carting on that as well. So we have come back here. We've gone the wrong way. Yeah. We want that. So I don't know how much fertilizer it has in it. If we're lucky, we've got a whole load of fertilizer in it and can just use it straight off, and then I can. Oh, it does. It has 69% lime. That's really useful, actually. We don't have to go and sell stuff, other than the fact that we're in minus figures. So I do need to move the combine though. So we will just. Whoop. It's a bit heavy. Right. So we will just pop into this. head over and empty the combine. Ooh. And then we need to get the trailer. We need to get the header trailer on. We've got the header trailer on the Landrover. But the Landrover is struggling a bit in a couple of places. So. Close enough to empty. There we go. So while that's doing that, we will jump out and jump over to our landy. There we go. Oh no, we want that on it. That's head over here. So this is a bit heavy, this trailer for the landy. And on this field it really doesn't like it. We need to keep our speed up, really. Oh, which that doesn't help. But we have made it. Yeah, it's quite... tough. It's the hills and the combination of the hills and the dirt control mod. Taxing the landy a little bit further than it really can. So move the tractor out of the way. We could just tow this with the tractor. But it is having its uses. Next, we're going to set up this tractor with Courseplay so it can do the next field. Right, so pull the trailer in front and we can straighten up with the... Right, put the Holland brake on, hopefully that won't slide. There's a few gateways that this combine is inches too wide to fit in. Got that off. There we go. Handbrake off. I gotta get through this. Wait. I'm not going through at speed, that's not good. But we have made it through. There we go. Oh, thankful for small mercies. Right, so the same thing here. We've got mud, and it's mainly the mud that sort of makes us slide all about. It is making, the header is making the landy front heavy, so it's not, or back heavy, so it's not turning quite right. It's just more that I really wanted to use the landy a bit more, and pulling the header trailer seems to be a good way of doing it. Right, there we go. So, switch over to combine, and there we go. So we now have all the straw we need, which is why we haven't baled that field. Although I may still do it to bring in some cash. That'd be quite useful. Okay, so I need to go and turn around in this yard here. Let's get this header on. Okay, I think I may go back slightly. Yeah, so do that. Reposition with that. There we go. And we can turn and get that out of the way, like so. And we can set the combine on its way. We go. Right, where is our sprayer? Here we go. So, go and spray the field quickly. So it's good. It's fortunate that we do have a full sprayer, and with the width of this sprayer, I don't think it'll take us very long to do this field. Field 9 is actually quite huge, and it's wheat. I didn't realise it was a wheat field. I thought it was, well, I should have known better. It's obviously not canola, and I've finished the barley harvest, so it would have to be wheat, along with field 10 and field 8, I think, are both wheat. So should have our beacons along the road. I left the Landrover running, I didn't mean to do that. There we go. Oh, turn too quickly. Oh no. Mud hole and got ourselves stuck. Right, there we go. Yeah, part of me loves the dirt control mod. Part of me, I don't like its overuse on maps. I think it spoils them, unfortunately. And I do love this map, and I do think it enhances it to a certain extent, but I think it's harmed it in others. Which is a pity. It's a really great idea and a wonderful mod, except when it's overused. And unfortunately, I think, like on Smokedown Farm, it has been here. Oh! Oops. concentrating too much on getting my screenshot and not enough on how far through the field I was. This is not going to take very long. It's a very nice width on this sprayer. I'm glad to see a very similar one in FS17. I'm still not convinced this was the right sprayer for this map. I still think it might have been a bit big. Head down the bottom corner so that we can do a whole run around the field. Get that off the edge. Go. I think we might finish this off by selling off our barley. So we'll go and load up the lorry in a moment. There we go. And our combine is full, so I will go into that. There we go. Go, park that there. Back over here. Right, so I want to load up tip grains, see where that ends. Position my tractor there. Okay. Clear that. Start the recording. Oh, that's not going to work. No. Okay, we'll leave this here for now. I'll come clear that later. Right, we'll move this out of the way. Start our lorry up. No wheat in here. 41,039 of canola. We are going to do the barley, finish it off, and I think that is where I'm going to end it today. So thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, please give us a like and drop us a comment. And for all the latest videos from Virtual Farmer, please subscribe to the channel. I will see you next time. Goodbye.